I posted on Twitter, and Asher Mendelson, who's with the Dynamo on the competitive side, had come out and, there's talking points that get put out all the time. So the big thing with the Dynamo now with their academy is that, they use a lot of academy players on the Dynamo 2 team, which is considered their reserve team. And that's great. That's really a good thing. I'm all for the advancement of youth. But we hear it over and over and over again, and it becomes a bit of a sell job, and it becomes PR, in my opinion, a little bit too much. Because the ultimate sign, in my opinion, and this may not mean it's the Dynamos, is how many of these kids actually get to the first team. And the bottom line is they're not. They're not even getting opportunity. So when you think of this from the standpoint of community, and the word community is used so much in sports by everybody, you're not community unless you're getting American kids to the first team that grew up in Houston. I'm sorry. And what you miss out on is that great local story, that ability to market that player. Additionally, those players are not going to count heavily against your salary cap. So it's really confusing. And, you guys know that. And again, if Asher wants to come on the show, the owner of the team wants to come on the show, Tim Howard, it's open. Just call me. You're on anytime you want. But we'll go into this a little bit more because Houston has produced, listen to this, over the years, and I'm missing kids. And these come from other soccer clubs, by the way. Arturo Alvarez, Johnny Torres, Chris Bondi, Ahmad and Nadal Baba, Sam Forco, Eric Cavello, Josh Gardner, Willis Forco, Alex Woods, Nelson Aquari, Rusty Pierce, Ricky Lewis, Alex Dixon was on the Dynamo. Didn't really come through a program. Marcelo Palomino did come through the Dynamo program. Chris Richards played in Houston with the Texans. Eric Quill brought him to Houston, was coaching him at the Texans, told me I'm not sending him to the Houston Dynamo. So he sends him to Dallas. Guess who got the benefit of him? Richards goes to Bayern Munich. Now he's a starter at Crystal Palace and a captain for the U.S. national team. Could have been ours. Memo Rodriguez was a good example because a lot of people really rooted for Memo. We wanted him to succeed because he was a Houstonian. And there's more. So we're going to continue to talk here. But, I couldn't get Tony Vigil on this show to save my life. What's going on down there? Are we just, what's the end game? And maybe the end game for the Dynamo isn't to get kids to the first team, but that's a big miss in my opinion. It has to be a part of it. But they're not getting through. And parents and kids are going to go down there because they're wowed. Wow, I have a shot. It's the pathway. No, there's no pathway right now. There's no youth players making it to the first team for the Houston Dynamo that are from Houston. So let's knock that down. I do like the fact that they only have 2 older teams now. I do like the fact they got out of the stupidest thing ever, which was Dynamo Dash, which was the former president of the Dynamo and another guy that was a massive mistake that drove a giant wedge into the youth community. So if you want to really talk real about this, and I'll say this even to Asher, which, yes, it's great that academy kids are playing, nobody's getting through to the first team. And unless somebody sees that, it's trouble. We'll take a break. We'll come back.